What's going on, guys? This week we have a pretty special one. We have a massive truck that we're reviewing. This is the 2024 GMC Sierra HD. It's the 2500. It's got the AT4X package on it. It's got the AEV Edition. Let's get into it. And in this part of the review, I normally talk about the trims that the vehicle is offered in. But in this case, I'm not going to go through them all because the HD Sierra comes in a ton of different trims, a ton of different packages, a ton of different configurations. Just know that this is about as packed as you can get it. Obviously, you have the Denali's and stuff like that as well. And we're going to touch on the price towards the end of this review, but this is an expensive beast. Let's go ahead and talk about the exterior. The 2024 Sierra 2500 AT4X exudes strength, but also sophistication with the GMC brand. The front end is dominated by a bold grille, flanked by GMC's signature C-shaped LED headlights, offering both aesthetic appeal and functional lighting. The AT4X trim adds distinctive red tow hooks, skid plates, and a higher ride height, enhancing its off-road persona. The 18-inch machine aluminum wheels paired with all-terrain tires not only boost the rugged appearance, but also ensures it's prepared for any adventure. Sharp lines and muscular fenders complete the look, making the Sierra 2500 AT4X a head turner on any road. Now, we don't just have the AT4X, we have the AEV Edition, which further elevates the truck's off-road readiness with features like front and rear stamped steel bumpers, integrated recovery points, and a steel underbody protection. The AEV Salta wheels and the optional for a come-up winch enhance both style and functionality. Although the AEV Edition lowers the approach angle slightly, the overall ground clearance and departure angle remain impressive. Powering the 2024 Sierra 2500 AT4X is the formidable 6.6-liter Duramax Turbo-Diesel V8 engine, delivering 470 horsepower and a whopping 975 pound-feet of torque. This engine, paired with a 10-speed Allison automatic transmission, ensures seamless and powerful performance. The immense torque makes towing and hauling heavy loads effortless, with a maximum towing capacity of 18,400 pounds and a payload capacity of 3,500 pounds. Notably, the 3-liter Duramax Turbo-Diesel is now standard, offering an alternative that balances power and efficiency. The AT4X trim shines off-road, equipped with dedicated off-road suspension, featuring Multimatic DSSV dampers, front and rear e-locking differentials, and an AEV hot-stamped boron steel front approach skid plate. The AEV stamped steel front bumper with front winch capability further enhances its off-road credentials. And with standard four-wheel drive, the Sierra 2500 AT4X is built to tackle mud, rocks, and any challenging environment you might encounter. All right, so the overall theme of this truck obviously is its size of the truck itself, size of the engine, size of the bed, the tallness off the ground, and the theme continues here in the driver's seat. This is a big cabin, super comfortable. You're way high up. You can look down on everybody. It is difficult to see things that are directly in front of the truck. I know they've done studies and videos where they set kids down and see how many kids it takes to be able to actually see the top of their head. And people call these trucks a menace because of their size, because of the tall hood. This one is special because we got a lot of special stuff in here. Let's start talking about it. First off, it is a push button start. Let's go ahead and click the button. It is right here. It took me a while to actually even recognize that this was the push button start, but let's kick it on. You got your GMC logo. your safety chimes, and your large 13.4-inch touchscreen display. It all runs a Google software system, so it's like a giant Google tablet. You do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto capabilities. You can see real quickly, we do have a 360 camera system, but more than just the 360 camera, we've got all kinds of different angles here that are great for off-roading. You've also got a camera that will look in the bed of the truck so you can see what you're hauling, make sure everything's good. And I actually did use this during the week, although we didn't really haul much, but I did use this. And one of the cool things is, which is probably just because this is an off-roader, all these cameras can stay on as you're driving no matter what speed. So that's not something that you normally get with a vehicle, and it is on this one. Again, probably because it's an off-roader, so you really need to see what you're driving around no matter what speed you're going. But that's the cameras. You have Google Assistant. By saying, hey Google, it'll pop up. We have navigation with Google Maps. You have a nice Bose audio system, and just all in all, a really nice interface, nice responsive touchscreen, special trailering pages, which is always nice to have. You do have a dual glove box setup. This one, the actual button's a little bit broken, so you have to pull it from the corner over there. Could just be extra abuse because it's a press vehicle, but take that for what you will. You have nice materials all around. It is a charcoal finish. We do have some red stitching in these seats with white piping and white stitching. You've got the AT4X logo here and the AEV logo up in the headrest. These are heated and cooled seats, which is great. We have a nice armrest with the AT4X logo and this cool pattern that you do get on the doors as well. Some of the red stitching and white stitching. Nice size cubby. You've got extra charging in here. This is a wireless phone charger. Some trailering controls, cup holders, USB-A and Type-C charging, and this also interfaces with the infotainment system. Just extra shelving, storage, an array of buttons that do an array of features here, including dropping the tailgate automatically, lane keeping assist feature, an exhaust brake, traction control, hill descent control, locking rear diff. All really cool features to get. You can see we do have a big column shifter here. Putting it in reverse brings up that backup camera. You also do have shifting positions here, so you can go up and down gears from this knob. Steering wheel is your typical GM steering wheel. You've got controls on either side as well as buttons behind it here. This is a heated version of the steering wheel, which is nice for colder times, colder places. Nice large driver information display. Can thumb through lots of info, obviously. We've got different drive modes, which change a bit of information here. Basically a normal and an off-road mode, and those are being switched by this rotary down here. And you can also see we've got the auto 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, and 4-wheel low, and then all your lighting controls over here. Then you got controls over here. This is for your head-up display, positioning, info, and your lighting brightness there, and an electronic parking brake over here. And then of course all your window controls, your door controls. And we do have a nice large head-up display, something that GM's been doing in all their vehicles for a long time. Really great. Our rear view mirror also has a rear view camera built in. We do have a sunroof, all your OnStar buttons and controls. Just really a ton to look at, a ton to go through. Sure, I'm missing plenty. If you've got more questions, leave them down in the comments, but it's time to get this thing out on the road. Driving the 2024 Sierra 2500 AT4X is an impressive experience. On paved roads, it offers a surprisingly smooth and refined ride for a heavy-duty truck. The steering is precise, and the advanced suspension system effectively absorbs road imperfections, contributing to a comfortable journey. Excellent noise insulation ensures a quiet cabin even at high speeds. Now, I haven't taken this exact truck off-road. We didn't get to take it off-road during our review, but off-road is where you see the full capabilities of the AT4X, especially with this AEV package. The truck adeptly handles uneven terrains, and the various off-road modes allow for customization based on specific driving conditions. Features like hill descent control and a 360-degree camera system provide added confidence when navigating challenging environments. The truck size might limit it on tighter ORV trails, but it excels in more open and rugged terrains. If you intend to use the Sierra 2500 AT4X as a daily driver, you might find its size more of a hindrance than a benefit. Maneuvering through city streets and parking in tight spaces becomes a challenge. Despite the advanced camera system and parking aids, the sheer size of the truck can feel cumbersome and overbearing. You may feel guilty taking up more space than necessary and making it harder for others to drive or park, especially in urban environments. So we did make it into downtown, and it's definitely awkward and uncomfortable to drive such a large vehicle to a downtown city setting, which of course it probably should be. But all in all, the handling, having the cameras, all work towards making it a lot easier than it could be. So let's quickly once again address that AEV Edition badge, which adds significant off-road enhancements to the AT4X, making it overland ready. The front and rear stamped steel bumpers with integrated recovery points and steel underbody protection for the engine, steering rack, transfer case, and exhaust ensure the truck can handle the harshest conditions. The AEV Salto wheels not only look impressive, but also perform exponentially well in muddy conditions. Despite the lower approach angle, the AEV Edition maintains the same ground clearance and departure angles as the standard AT4X, making it a capable off-roader. This is definitely a truck that I would have loved to do some overlanding in. I would have loved to do some off-roading in. Again, we didn't get the chance to, but that's what this thing is built for. The AT4X, especially in this AEV Edition, is a powerhouse. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in just 7.1 seconds thanks to that robust Duramax diesel engine and all that torque. It covers a quarter mile in 15.5 seconds and boasts impressive stopping power, coming to a halt from 60 in just 131 feet. These metrics underscore its capability both on and off-road. All right, after that drive, let's talk quickly about the price of this thing. It's tough to compare the price to everything else because, again, there are so many different options from a super base model HD 2500 to what we're in now. But the 2500 with the AT4 package is around $80,000 to $85,000. This one with the AEV and everything that it's got on it is $103,000. It's a lot of money. I would say it's as much as buying a house, but housing prices are crazy nowadays, so that doesn't make sense anymore. But it's a lot of money. So what kind of person would spend that kind of money on a truck like this? Let's jump out. I'll give you some of my final thoughts, talk a little bit of the competition, and we'll wrap this up. It's always hard reviewing these vehicles that no matter how much I enjoy them, like them, understand what they're built for, if it's just something that I would never have the use for or never put to use correctly in my own life, it's tough to really get into it. I did feel like the douchey guy that was driving a truck that was way too big for where I live. Don't use it for what it's what it's built for. And in my opinion, there's too many guys out there that just buy one of these because they want the biggest, coolest looking truck, even if they're never going to use it for off-roading, never going to use it for towing, never going to use it for work. It is what it is. If you've got $103,000, $105,000 to throw around on a vehicle, go for it. But if you are getting something that you're going to be using for work, you're going to be off-roading, It's gonna get used. That $100,000 isn't just a waste of space. Then this truck is really amazing. Not a whole lot of competition out there for this. You do have the F-250 Tremors. We've reviewed that. You do have the Power Wagons from Ram, which we have reviewed plenty of those. All of them really amazing trucks. This one, no different. I guess my only plea there is if you're one of those guys and you know who I'm talking about. But with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment down below, leave me all your hate down below if you've got any for me. Go ahead and fill up that comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're into automotive reviews. We do a different one every week. Check out TXGARAGE.com where we do a lot of written reviews as well as event news coverage over there from a lot of great authors, not just myself. Really worth checking out. But with that, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching.
Texas Garage, baby.